right, what's going on? Today's guest, I got two of my guys, co-workers, basically like
Brothers.
good friends, brothers or whatnot. So, but to the right, the one or to my right, y'all left looking. No, to my right. Yeah, fuck it, y'all right too. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, it's my in the red, in the red corner. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy Tyree. And then the left with the blue with the dotted shirt is my Akron guy, Killer Cam. I
What's
call
up
him
with it?
Killer Cam. So what's happening with y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Sensational.
And
Pleasant to
then
be here. Pleasant to be
Yes,
here.
sir. Thank you.
letting y'all know this is the first. This is actually the first podcast of the new season since all the COVID and all that shit. So y'all the first ones coming in. I appreciate y'all coming through.
No
Hey,
problem.
thank you. Thank you for having us.
So I would say Cam he basically bombed in. Like I was supposed to have a 1-on-one with this guy. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, but everything good. But I appreciate y'all coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting the cobwebs off and stuff like that. This is my like I said, this is my first time even having somebody here or having any individuals here or whatnot. So about to get this the ball rolling. But anyhow, I'll start with you, Tyree, man. How you doing today, my brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing sensational. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to be here. But just like any special occasion, we always like to open up in prayer. So it's real quick. I like to say, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and I bear witness that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is his last and greatest messenger. And I would like to greet you all in the original language of the black man. Assalamu alaikum.
There we go. So like it's alive. I got you, man. Appreciate that.
Amen.
So we all good. We all good. So starting off with that. So um, we got the greetings. So tell me, man. Hey, I never really broke your like really got into like pick your brain all the way. I'm talking about Tyree or whatever. We gonna start with you, Cam. You know we get you in a minute bit, but your upbringing, man. Like as far as your upbringing and shit. Like was it the same household or I mean excuse me was it a, you know what I'm saying like mother father household or like what was your upbringing or whatnot as far as
No,
that?
my
Give me like just a short little synopsis of you know what I'm saying how you came up how you came to be up into just say an adult.
All right. I was grew up in the St. Clair area, Cleveland, Ohio. I was the only child. Me and my mother, we moved in with a few of my relatives, and basically it was a lot of different activity that went on around the neighborhood and also in the house as well. You know, as far as like drugs being
So,
sold out the house and drugs being sold in the neighborhood, and my mother didn't want me to be a part of be a product of my environment fully,
right.
but as far as like my upbringing, it was always me and my mother and my grandmother. No father around, no male figure or anything like that.
Okay. And then is that the reason why you? I mean, other than doing we get to the nation of Islam and all, we get to all that stuff. It's something we get to that later. But is that a reason why you don't like indulge in alcohol or drugs and stuff like that? Is that something that because you saw that or did you ever
Yeah, that
partake?
actually.
Have you ever partake in it or tried it? You know what I'm saying throughout your years as being an adult.
I had wine coolers before. I had like little secret
Okay.
wine coolers. Me and my and I only,
I don't
and I
know
only
if that
did that
count.
because I was around my. I mean, shoot,
I mean,
it
like,
tastes
I
good.
guess
It was
so.
cool.
Right, no, it's
You know,
cool.
but well, yeah, but no, the reason why I didn't. I mean, yeah, that was part of it because I actually seen like drug addicts and stuff and lived with them, and
Right.
some people who I was close to was drug addicts, and also really when I like got away from all that, I really didn't have a reason to drink or smoke.
Gotcha.
I couldn't find a reason or nothing way before Islam or anything like that.
And then, what school you resided at? I mean, when I'm asking these questions, this is Cleveland, Ohio based. If y'all don't know, the new listeners or whoever, but this is like Cleveland based or whatnot. So, like, what school did you attend, or what? First is say high school. We just go high school. We ain't gotta go middle school, all that stuff. We ain't gotta go all strong.
Right.
But high school wise, like, what you attend?
Well, high school, I only went to one school, Horizon Science Academy, and I
55th?
went. Yep, sir, 55th, right
Yeah.
next to the Fox 8 station.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Marginal.
yeah, my daughter.
Yeah,
went there.
and basically I graduated, and I went through high school without missing a single day.
Sick or anything, or you don't get sick or something like that?
No,
Was it
not
just
even
healthy?
sick. I mean, there was one situation I had where my Spanish teacher messed around and got me suspended. You know,
What you
basically
do?
she called me out for cursing, or she didn't even call me out. She just basically like a cuss word slipped, and then she basically like she basically told another student to go like to the office or something like that, basically because like she wrote something down on a piece of paper. But you know, when I noticed this, I asked her. I'm like, hey, so why was all of this? Like, everybody else be cussing and stuff, so why is it only me? She said, where she tried to play, oblivious to the
Yeah.
situation. And then as I kept on talking and stuff, I'm stuttering my words. I kind of stutter a little bit. I couldn't even speak English growing up. Like, first 4 years of my life, couldn't even speak English.
Oh, we talked about that. Oh no, we talked about that because we talked about the stuttering shit. Cause I stutter as
Yeah.
well.
They
Yeah,
call it
I forgot.
repeating. They call it repeating.
Yeah, I said I always repeat myself or whatever, but I forgot you did. You did. I forgot we touched about that a couple days ago when we was rolling the truck or whatever and shit.
Right. Right.
So how did you break that again? Did you say you went to
I
some
went to
type of
speech
you went,
therapy.
yeah, therapy,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
speech
every
therapy.
Thursday from like 4 to 5 for
Okay.
like maybe 5 years.
Then it was like was it word like sight words or it was just like repeat that. What was it? What you think?
It was a lot of other kids there.
So it
It
was
was
like a
like maybe
group.
like 2 or 3. Yeah, it was like a group, and we'll play games and stuff. Like we'll play goldfish, and we'll like practice reading words and things like that, and pronunciation of words.
And then do you think that helped you like just like years later, as in like right now, present date, how you able to elaborate different words or use different words that you know what I'm saying like some don't use or whatever like or your pronunciation. Do you think that helps you? Did that key thing when you was so young? Did that help you as of an adult and a grown man today?
Yes, sir, most definitely. Because when I say I couldn't speak English, I'm talking to where nobody could understand what I was saying except for my mother.
Or
So yeah, that.
good shit. Cam, going to you, man, because you right there. So shit, tell me about your because I don't know your upbringing or whatnot. I mean,
Right, right.
I know the little young thunder catcher who is these days and shit. But as far as well,
Quotations on around young.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like, what was your upbringing as far as like a young adolescent? You know what I mean? Like, not obviously not now, whatever. But I know mom and pops is around now and stuff like that. So, but at the same time, like, what was your upbringing? Was it how he explained his joint? Like, was it not as going off drugs, just was it a good time or you know what I'm saying bad time, hardships? You know what I'm saying like whatever.
Basically,
You got speaking the mic. You can roll it over. You can bring it over, but yeah, speaking that, yeah.
basically,
There we go.
growing up, bro, mom was always at work, dad was always at work. Shit, it was just me and little bro. Like, shit, it was just here goes some money, here goes some game systems, toys, whatever, food. That's it. Shit, y'all on your own, basically. Like shit. I used to walk myself to football practice. Mom never came to games. Dad only came one time. Like, um,
So was it like so basically latchkey kid? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I mean? Or latchkey
it was,
kid?
it
Yeah.
was yeah,
So like,
yeah.
uh,
But grandma always kept us in church, though, bro.
there we go.
I was on the drill team.
Oh,
I was on the drill team.
I did drill team in middle school.
Usher board,
Drill
bro.
team, my shit.
Yeah,
Dude.
bro, all that, bro. I played the drums, played AAU basketball. But then once I left the church, what was next? Back to the hood.
Right.
That's it. Like, yeah, church got me away from it, but once we left church and we all went back to our home, where it was back, right back to the hood, bro. So, yeah.
Word. Well, damn, I'm getting a little bit of insight of y'all.
Like,
and
for
stuff
us,
like
like,
that, so.
high school,
Oh yeah, my bad. I ain't preface that you was like from the Akron area and whatnot, so I ain't preface that. So, for people that's listening or whatever, that don't live in Ohio, once again, Akron is where LeBron James was born and where he came. That's a city that you know what I'm saying that comes from that. That's a staple of LeBron James. To make it simple for the listeners that's listening, new and old. You know what I'm saying? So. I don't like that city. I ain't gonna lie. That city pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when I went there the one time, and I don't like y'all the streets. I don't like none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit blows me, dog. I don't like shit about Akron, man. God damn it,
it's all
man.
right, bro.
But
It's cool.
you like it? It's good. Like,
It's all right.
so you
haven't
you
been to
stay there
East
over Cleveland?
yet?
Oh no, I've been to East Cleveland. You
No,
ever
I'm
been?
saying
Oh
never been to
shit.
East Cleveland. Yeah, you
Man,
talking about roads.
I got guys. I got guys that that's there and they big up it and stuff like that. Which so I won't disrespect the city, but East Cleveland that's a different animal, dog. Like especially how it is now. in my opinion, like it's very very slummy. You know what I'm
Trust
saying?
me, nigga.
Like
Every time I
it
get on
don't
Fox 8, nigga, East Cleveland, East Cleveland, East Cleveland.
like rolling through
Tell
there
you,
because like since I've been landscaping and shit, like I've been going down Euclid and stuff like that. That's one of the main streets or whatever. Like and just looking at it, it's just like damn man, like it's really and then it just it
and it's
looked like
sad.
it's very sad. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's
Like
sad because, East Cleveland has a lot of beautiful houses and stuff.
hmm
You could tell that once upon a time,
yeah.
the environment was taken care of.
Oh yeah, a
Most
lot.
def like
But now, man, it's just like to me. Once again, I ain't lived there. I mean, I delivered there because I was a manager at Rent Center back in the day, and but just like I said, just going through there, like man, it's like it's just like it look like a slum, like just slums and shit, like shit you see in the movie and shit. Like you
yeah.
like damn, but bando, like
Field,
it's just
house,
like
field, field,
exactly,
house,
yeah. Then
field,
it be
field,
one,
house.
yeah.
Definitely.
That shit look crazy and shit. Like, but I mean, like I know some like even like Ray Jr. and shit like that. Like they do stuff or whatever to try to or they try to do stuff. You know what I'm saying, to keep stuff going or whatever or to make it better. But I mean, I guess it's like it's not too much currency. It's not too much currency that's driving through there, and you can't really make a move and stuff like that. But
It's the
so
mind state basically. You gotta have everybody on the same frequency to make this a better place. Basically, you gotta have people. You gotta give people a certain knowledge first, so they can want to do something for this community or for their brother or whoever else.
no, I mean
And
what the
then,
oh go ahead, my bad.
well, yeah, okay, cool. But then, and then it's like that's when it actually be progress. Then that's when the money will start coming in. You have everybody on the same playing field as far as like let's like rotate and recycle our dollars and stuff. Let's like have some for ourselves over here, and then we like appoint different jobs and like first of all we got to teach everybody first. This is after the education, and then once this dollar is coming back and it's in rotation, we could put it back in our communities, and then we can also build from there.
But it's a lot of people that don't give a fuck about their community.
Yeah,
Though.
that.
Exactly. That's why the
Yeah,
education is needed, for one.
And then but even with let me throw this question on the table. Like even with the education, would it I mean like even no different from going to school, like education is there, but do you think that it's all about who's going to retain said information? Do that make sense?
Yeah.
Like so you could tell me all day A, B, C, and D, and we need to do better. Like no different from right now and shit. Like hey, blacks killing blacks or this and that. We need to stand up together. But yeah, some people gonna retain it, or depending on who's saying that, or who's going with who's a lead in that said cause. But you know what I'm saying? Like if I just say that and be like, for instance, like this something on a lower scale, like Cam, man, you need to slow down. I could tell this young buddy all day, but it's gonna be up to him to choose to do to take that advice or whatever and go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
so like that's one of the hardest things. I don't even care about if it's all black or whatever, but community to community or whatever. Like, but that's when you got. That's why like it ain't no HOAs in East Cleveland or Garfield or this and that. You know what I'm saying? In most parts or whatever and stuff, but like the upper echelons. I hate to say it that way or whatever, but the upper echelons, the suburbs or whatever and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or the gated communities, I should say. They got HOAs and shit, so they got rules that's in there, and they gonna hit your pockets or they gonna fucking tell you to get up out of here, bucko. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I don't know, man. Just the inner city shit, like it always been a hardship or whatnot. Just trying to make ends meet and just getting it together, and then some of these individuals that live in said places, East Cleveland or saying like that side, or even on this side of Harvard and all this stuff like that. Like saying like these people, some of them ain't even able to work. You know what I mean? Or they live there. They older folks. You know what I'm saying that they's like our like our grandparents stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit kind of sucked, dude. I mean, well, not kind of suck. It sucked bad, but
It's like the thing is though. It's like for those who retain and those who don't. I mean, I feel like putting it in front of them, they still have a choice. Whether they at least they can say that they had it or that they seen it or heard, watched it or something like that. At least they can say they learned it or it was in front of them.
Right.
And it's like they can either throw it away or they can like embrace it or accept it. And then it'd be like, shoot, let's have something of our own. Let's have our own little Chinatown or whatever. Every community, every ghetto in the hood will have. Imagine if like two of those, three of those, like on Harvard or the Fourth Ward or whatever, was like a Chinatown, basically just like everything in rotation and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, everything sounds logical. I mean, it sounds logical everything you're saying, but I mean, that's something that we've been.
Cause not caring or whatever, I mean, that was a learned behavior. Like all that stuff, like when you see dudes hitting their mother and stuff like that or whatever, calling their mama out their name. All of that type of stuff is learned basically. You're not pretty much growing up or just like feeling like, okay, yeah, I don't love my mama, I don't love my daddy, and this, that, and the third. Something happened to where it's like, see, basically it's a cycle.
So what? I would say elaborate a little bit more on that. So you meaning like, if said son or daughter or whatever, strike they mother or well, I guess father. I mean, I don't think they'll do that, but you know what I'm saying, like said mother, said son or daughter strike their mother or whatnot. You saying it's a learned behavior, meaning like when you say cycle, are you saying because they saw that from the father, or saw that from the you know what I'm saying, like from the father of the said child, like if that makes sense. I'm elaborate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't.
All right, basically the cycle.
You saying a cycle, so cycle meaning like generation. So you're
right,
going
yeah,
from
definitely.
blah 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 blah.
Well, yeah, well, basically it started ever since we came over here. Ever since we first like landed on this soil back in like 1555. That's where everything started at. That's where the niggas started to be created and everything basically. Like, for example, just like with the whipping thing or whatever, which I know pretty much all of us can say we got a good one, whether it was a stitcher cord, a belt, a shoe, whatever.
I got bells broken on me. I got bells broken on my ass. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm good.
Yep. But where did all of that come from? It came from a certain place. That's basically what I'm saying. It's like when I said learned behavior earlier, everything came from somewhere. So you got to pretty much like think about the origin of certain things. Think about the origins of certain behaviors. Like, for example, was like kids always talking back, hitting their moms and stuff like that?
No, I mean,
in that same way was, well, I could put it like this, was like parents always whipping their kids and stuff because they wouldn't do what they said or what they felt like was right to them.
I mean, actually, you saying that, like, I guess, like, when they say go get a switch or this and that, so that's no different from. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Like, I never looked at it like that until you just said that. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? But so I guess, like you said, like, I can see what where your rhetoric coming from as far as like a taught type of thing coming from. You know what I'm saying? A learned discipline. I hate to say discipline because it kind of sounds like an oxymoron, but a learned discipline, though.
Actually, it is a discipline, basically, because, shoot, with everything being learned, everything being in a pocket, for one, you got to, like, continue to discipline yourself to practice it and stuff. You got to continue to practice it, and then when you practice something, that becomes a discipline. Whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, even if you used to going 10 over the speed limit or whatever, you got to practice that or keep doing it before you get comfortable with it, because the first time, you're not going to feel comfortable going 10 over the speed limit. You may be thinking about, the cops. Like, the first time you smoke, got high, whatever the case may be, you had to get used to it because, like, shoot, let's be real. First time you take a puff or whatever, your throat burning, coughing, you like, oh, man, I ain't doing this again.
Hold on. Speak on that, Cam. All right, here we go. You speaking this subject right now. Here we go. So your first hit, you saying you wasn't coughing or nothing?
Your throat ain't burning nothing?
I was just high, bro.
Oh, I know that shit sucked for me, dude. I ain't like that shit.
I was high.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like 17, dude. I was higher than a satellite dish, and I ain't, you know what I'm saying, like, and it's crazy at the time. I knew how to. I mean, well, I ain't know how, but I was the one that like rolled the damn blunt, call it makeshift blunt or whatever and shit, like. But it was sloppy and all that shit. But yeah, I caught myself smoking before I went to school. This is like my senior year and shit. It was at the basketball season and everything like that. And I got doggone. I'm like, shit. So I blew and shit like that. So fucking, I'm walk to the bus stop. I'm catching the 10. So it's 90, 30 miles, whatever it is. It's Cleveland. I'm going to East Tech. So I'm catching the 10. But so I walk to the bus stop and shit. I'm boy higher than giraffe. puss. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like fuck. So like it's just slow motion and shit. Like but my homegirl, Kiana Walker, shout out Kiana. Like she was coming where she was coming from, whatever. Like sometimes I catch her if I'm near, because the way she went, she'll basically pass my house or whatever and stuff. So, but I see her in slow motion. She honking the horn. It's like on Friday, like hey Miss
Miss Parker.
yeah, Miss Parker and shit, like how the slow motion or whatever and shit. Like it was like that, like I was, man. And then when I got to school, we in class, we cool. Oh no, we ain't in class. We in the cafeteria and stuff. They like, man, you are fried. Well, not that word at the time, like you know what I'm saying, like you high, you know what I'm saying, whatever like that. But you say like your first indulgence of like any type of weed, whatever. Like you just high, like it wasn't no coughing hard or
I was just
mistakenly.
Your throat ain't burning or nothing.
No,
Right.
just high, nigga.
You was made for it.
We ordered 6 boxes of Papa John's pizza and some and 2 dozen of glazed donuts, bro, from Krispy Kreme.
You
bro.
know you hot. You know.
And it was
you
on
got
the floor.
munchies.
It was on the floor, yeah. Because my
You know
mom
you
had
was.
gave us them little them fundraiser cards that you buy a piece to get a piece of free, and we had like 1,000 of them motherfuckers, bro. Nigga, our pantry, everything was filled, bro. Nigga, we used to bake in the Cutlass Sierra, 6 niggas deep in the Cutlass Sierra.
Oh man,
4-door.
Oh, was it? I might the
4-door.
Sierra. I might that. Yeah. All right.
The 10 and Tyree.
The 4-banger. The 4-banger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I
All
first.
of that.
Yeah. No. When I first the little time I did do it. Yeah, I was in the 80s. It was 10 too, but it was an 86 Honda Accord though, hatchback.
We had
And
one of them
that was
too.
my first car.
We had one of them too.
Hey,
nigga.
how old were you though?
I think I was like 17.
Yeah, I was about same age as me. I mean, same age I did or whatever. It was my senior year. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's crazy because we was selling Reggie, bro, and I wasn't smoking. And then one day my nigga like, bro, nigga, let's smoke, bro. I'm like, fuck it, nigga, let's smoke. Nigga, we was high. Then the one day, we used to smoke and walk down the alley drinking the 5th of Wild Irish Rose, bro.
Damn,
White.
5th?
Yeah, 5th and liter. Nigga, I hit a cigarette for the first time. Never again in my life. Never.
How did you cough off of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Nigga, I couldn't see nothing. Nigga, I would never forget that experience. Hitting a damn Newport 100, bro.
There you go. Oh, that's the Cadillac
that's
right
the
there.
cool right there.
That's
Like I hit it like a
Cadillac.
blunt. I hit it like I did it like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
praise the Lord.
Nigga, I got the sweating hard, nigga. Oh my god.
And all the
I never forget that.
the Wild Irish, like I don't know what you say. You've been around it, and going back to you, Ty, like I mean the Wild Irish Rose and shit, and just even the 40s, whether it's Laser, OE,
Oh yeah, the Crown Royal
da da da.
bags.
You know what I'm saying? Like
He don't drink.
that too, but like my uncle, because I used to get babysit by my uncle and my auntie, uptown or whatever, and that's where the dope, like I said, same household you was talking about, like that's where I first got affiliated with dope and crack and shit, like getting that smell. But I didn't know what the smell was until I was an adult, when I was delivering at Renton Center and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that I'm like, damn, I smelled that smell before. And this older guy that I was delivering with, named Darnell. He like, man, you smell that in there? When we dropped the stuff up, I'm like, man, I smelled that shit when I was a kid. I'm like, but I don't know exactly what it is. And he like, nigga, that's that work. I'm like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because my uncle always told me to go to the back. He like Nep, short for nephew. My nickname was Nep for him. He'd like, go to the back, Nep, you know what I'm saying? Look under the mattress and shit. So that's where I first got introduced to porn and shit, like magazines and shit, like Playboys and Penthouse and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I first got introduced to that shit. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm like, and mind you, I'm like 8, 9, 10, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a youngin. You know what I mean? So, but that's when I first started seeing that shit, and I started seeing cats get. So this is like late 80s into the 90s, and I started seeing like some of my friends that was a couple years older than me and shit. They started getting on that work and all that shit, and you know, stuff like that. So yeah, man. So I mean, I've been around it. Like I really ain't. It really ain't killed me, or obviously it ain't killed me. I'm here, but it ain't bothered me out. But I do see it and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, I do indulge in alcohol or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I don't blow, and you know, just like that. But I mean, I don't. But now weed is so or marijuana and you know some weed and stuff like that is so it's prevalent now and it's good to go now. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as it ain't laced or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you good to go or whatnot. So. I mean that's cool, but I mean, like I said, it's to each his own to me. I don't judge nobody and shit. Like even if somebody want to do a fucking line and coat, like you can't do it here. You know what I'm saying? Like if you did a line in your car before you came in, hey, no bother to me. That's on you, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, if you want to toot, you know what I'm saying, some booger sugar, then hey,
yo knows.
You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you good to go. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you ain't about to. You ain't about to pop it out online right here. Like, hey man, you got a piece of paper? You got a $100 bill? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about to hit me with the blow. You know what I'm saying? Shit like
blow
that.
Like, shit off the table.
Right.
What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Did you ask for
right,
this?
Exactly. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. But
there's a lot of people that do that though, bro.
I mean, no. I mean, yeah. I did known individuals that like.
I know young people that do it.
Yeah.
Females.
Yeah,
I think I know more females than dudes that do it.
A little toot, or you talking about like just lacing it with the weed and shit like on that.
I know the lace.
They still do that. They still lace shit with the weed and the weed. Damn.
People still smoke crack.
Like, they call it bunk now. I think that's what they call it bunk like down in like Florida and shit like the trick.
They just
shit,
be like, do you want to get a little higher? I'd be like, nah. I got a whole fifth right here. I don't want to. About to wake up and I'm tripping.
I need you to relax.
Okay. White boy wasted.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I don't know if we can say that now because we can't say, you know, we got to take all these derived. I mean, we can say it here. I don't give a fuck about that, but because a white boy wasted is a different wasted in some different terms.
That's
so I don't give a fuck. So I would still say it.
Airplane.
Oh no,
fuel,
bro!
All of that.
No. That's no. That's both ways.
It's a shot.
You want to take a first shot for your life, man?
Your first shot of life, bro.
First shot of life.
No, I'm sensational, baby.
What the fuck?
No peer pressure. No peer pressure. You an adult. You know what I'm saying? No peer pressure.
Yeah, no, but I'm good though. But thank you though.
All right, well, segue to something else. So, why do you choose the Nation of Islam, brother? What got you? When did you start? 3-part question. When did you start?
Who influenced you? Besides Farrakhan,
exactly. Who influenced you? And just give us a backstory as far as what made you go that route.
All right. Well, I was in college, right? I was in college, you know, being awesome. You know, just like real, just like big nasty beard and stuff, big hair, whatever, not caring. Which I'm actually embarrassed now that I look at myself back then. Got the video still and everything on my old Instagram, bro. When I met this girl, you know, they say it's always a girl, it's always a woman. She was Muslim and stuff, and then I thought she was kind of feeling me. We kind of talked one time, but I noticed she was hugging everybody, but it felt kind of weird though. Like, I ain't know that like Muslims actually like hug everybody, because she would say, we can't shake hands, but you know, we could give me a hug. And then these were some of my homies too. Like, she didn't know my homies. This is just my first time talking to her, so that
sounds suspect, one G. I mean,
that sounds like a warning sign
from our shit, like from place where I'm at, it sounds suspect.
Yeah,
are we talking about the same? Are we talking about the same one that you? Well, go ahead, finish. Sorry, go ahead,
so
finish.
she was,
finish.
Yeah, so she was basically a Muslim and stuff, and you know, we was talking, and I had to go to class, and then right before I went in, she was like, "Do you have an email address or something?" I said, yeah, I got like 2 phone numbers and stuff. So I gave her like one of my phone numbers, and she texted me her name. And then after that, after she like, it was a little while or whatever, this like older lady, she was like, she used this whole front of, I need somebody to write a song for me or to write songs and everything. And then my friend was like, yeah, you know, pick me and stuff like that. And it was like 3 of us basically.
Right.
But she ended up going with me. And then she had already been through the school. I gave her a tour of the school. She was like older than me and stuff. This is my first time like really being around an older woman and stuff. That's like kind of choosy.
Being around a woman.
All right.
Yeah, older woman.
Was you a virgin then?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right.
Yeah, most
So
definitely.
fast forward the story though. I'm saying like, I ain't want the whole
right.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, but you got to do it in cliff notes.
Well, yeah, no. See, yeah, but this is what it is.
All
So,
right, like the
basically, you know, got her
parts.
number. We didn't talk or nothing like that. Nothing came from that. And then I just went down and I seen this lady name or whatever, the Muslim girl. And then called her. And then ever since then, we've been friends and stuff. And then like a few months later, we, you know, we started dating.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got married. And then,
God damn, that fast?
it was like, we was probably dating for like 7 months.
And then you got married.
Yeah.
You ain't even
within
know
7
her.
months. I mean, I knew quite a bit though. I knew quite a bit.
All right, go
How did
ahead.
that-
But
how
look,
did that
look, with the stuff that I knew, I shouldn't have did it. It's
right.
like, hey, I knew it.
Your
but
first love.
So,
go ahead, Joe.
she broke your virginity. That
That was first time.
Everything.
Yeah, it was June 26th. June 26, 2018.
1920.
Fuck, that's 2 years ago, man. What the fuck? Oh, how old are you? How old are you?
25 now.
I mean, that's cool. Whatever. I ain't judging you, my G.
Yeah.
But
shoot,
so she converted you to start. You know what I'm saying, like to start going that
Yeah, or so
going
I
that
thought.
type of deal.
Yeah, for me to just say I was Muslim, just like she was doing at the time, but I didn't really
So
start.
you just followed what she was quote doing. I mean,
Well, you
not
see, I
in a
was-
bad way, but I'm saying like.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna play with it though. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just say I'm Muslim because, I want her. But apparently it didn't work out that way, so I had to take it a little bit more seriously, and I ended up taking it a little bit more seriously. But then it wasn't until we separated, which was about like a year and a half later, to where I actually took it into practice and stuff. And then, the rest is history. I'm here today as your brother Kareem.
There you go. Hold on. Oh, that's like a second name. Like
That's my last name.
oh shit. I never knew the
Yeah,
last
I
name.
changed that.
I don't look, you changed your last name? Like legally?
Legally, yes sir, and middle name,
Yeah, I seen it on paper.
Oh fuck.
license and everything.
Oh shit. Hey man, dude. I'm not. Hey man, look. I ain't judging or knocking.
I'll make sure they put you on a terrorist list too.
Well, you say you used to have a beard back in the day, so
I know,
don't know,
rough
dude.
hair.
Might have to check.
Had them niggas watch you.
Yeah, I might have to frisk you before you leave out the studio.
Big facts.
Shoot, it's a little too late now. I already got the bomb in.
So hold on.
Shit, too
Quick
soon.
question.
God damn it.
So was you eating pork before you start fucking with her?
Actually, no. Like I remember, we had these. I was a part of the Black American Council. See, I was with this whole Black Power stuff. even
What is
before
that? What is that?
Basically, it's this group, right? It pretty much is black males and black females. They two different sex, but then
Obviously.
Right. What the?
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead. Go
on
ahead.
some freak shit.
Right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but we'll have like basically it's like we'll get together and we'll combine our resources and stuff because the graduation rate for blacks in America from college was like really low.
Okay.
And especially among like black males. So
What college you go to? Sorry, I ain't mean to cut you off like that,
I went to
but-
Tri-C.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead,
Tri-C, so
go ahead.
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It was there. So it was at Tri-C. It was something at Akron. It was something like we used to go to Akron University every year for the Black Male Summit.
Okay.
And yep.
No,
And
go
so,
ahead. I mean,
so I was a part of. So we was in a meeting there, and they had chicken strips and they had these little Hostess cupcakes, vanilla. Eat them together, man. Shoot, I had sensation that day. So then I just had so much, and then I tried to give her one. Ran into her, tried to give her one. She said, "Oh no, we don't eat Hostess." And I was like, "Oh, Hostess got pork. These got pork in them." And I just started passing them out. That was way before anything Islam came into me or anything.
Hostess have pork in it?
Yeah, all of them do.
I might have to bring that up as y'all talking the show. Next time I ask you a question, but I might have to bring that. Hold on, you know that for a fact?
Yeah, it got lard. Well, it's called shortening. That's one of the ingredients.
Are you talking about that? Okay, I got you.
The cereal don't though. The cereal actually got the like little par symbol on there, the UD,
Yeah.
something. But yeah, yeah, no, I stopped eating pork at like 16, 18 or something like that.
So no swine whatsoever.
No, just stuff that had pork in it though. Like,
Not a pepperoni. Not a nothing.
no, my mama, she actually stopped eating pork in like 2003.
We don't eat pork in the house. We don't eat pork in the household, whatever and shit. But if I go to Subway, if I get an Italian BMT, I'm saying. I still indulge a little bit in swine, but when we don't cook in the house, like we don't cook swine inside the house or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know that, well, my brother, I leave that swine behind because it's undivine.
Here we go. There we go. That's definitely gonna be a clip. I love it. I love everything about this fucking podcast right now.
Hold on. So is that I don't date no white woman? Is that part of the
Is that factual? Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
is that part of
A religion thing?
yeah?
Well, you can do whatever you want to necessarily, but
Talking to Mike.
oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, as far as like not dating white women or white men or things like that, basically what we focusing on keeping ourselves stronger. Basically, we focus
Staying
on
in the same structure.
yeah.
My wife talk about this. She ain't a fan of interracial dating. Interracial dating. I should say.
right. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it is, just like to sum everything up, like just a little cliff note.
There we go.
Just like we just want it to be, we just want to keep ourselves like as strong as possible, basically. And with black being dominant, and then every color coming from black, it's like everything else is recessive. So that's pretty much like one thing that we really just focus on like that. But as far as like, because Farrakhan, your man Farrakhan, your brother Farrakhan, his son dated or got married to a white woman and even had a baby by her and everything. So.
Oh, what Farrakhan? We talking about Louis Farrakhan?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you said he what?
Yeah, his son married a white woman and had a kid by her.
Because he knew
And
what
happened? What happened? What happened to him again?
Oh shoot, I don't even know what happened to him. I think he died, but y'all don't just know too
Nigga,
much.
you done seen some white women come in work, and I'd seen you double look and was cheesing hard.
Oh, would you date a white woman?
No, sir.
And that's because that's
just not me. Like I ain't
because
really.
of the.
No, that's not even because of that. Like I'm not really even attracted to him. Like me, for example, I kiss a woman, I want her to have some lips.
So white people ain't got lips.
Some people got lips.
Yeah, some do. Some do. But it's not. It's still not as like that full, kiss, like pillow, all that kind of stuff. Basically,
All right,
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, I ain't the biggest kisser and shit, but I get in trouble.
You must have
with
been
my
kissing
wife
your
about that
whole
shit,
life.
but, yeah, you might you might be a slobber down.
Right.
Yeah, you a slobber down.
He more of the less sex, more kiss.
I wanted to actually ask you a question.
what's up?
I mean, I don't know how much deep, you saying, you wanted to go, because I know we spoke upon this before, because you were saying, so I asked it, and I can cut it out, this and that, but I remember you was talking about, like, you was kind of like, had like an ED type deal.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever, so, I mean, like, because people go through that or whatever and stuff, so I was asking, I forget how you said it, but how did you,
I had to improvise.
how did you beat that, no pun intended? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was saying, how did you get back to, you know what I'm saying, being able to get rock steady, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, for one, divert my focus from pornography. That was one thing.
That's what you,
Yeah, that was one thing.
The porn thing was a thing?
Yeah, the porn thing. I mean, it wasn't just like, it was like way bigger than what it ended up being, definitely. Which is how I was able to become rocksteady. That was one thing, because like that's a mental thing. So, you getting all of that going to you and stuff, those images and everything. Your partner in real life, you ain't getting that.
Right.
Like a lot of the time, you're not getting that. You know that. You're not getting the washing machine sounds, anything like that. Basically. It's gonna sound more like,
Fuck.
But yeah, so that cleaned my diet up a little bit, and I started exercising, and shoot.
So like
Now
the
again,
so
shoot.
like the estrogen or whatever, like.
Yeah, estrogen hormone
Like the
imbalances,
hormones,
things
yeah.
like that too. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta really watch what you eat. You gotta just take care of yourself. Filter what you like looking at, what you watching, and then
So you more or less talking about like you ain't, I mean, you're not alone, by the way. I mean, I caveat off of it, like I mean, I don't think I'm a porn addict, but shit, I meant to tell you, put the phone on vibrate and shit. But no, you good.
You said you said you missed the 2 a day. Keep the away.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Two skeets away, or 2 nuts a day, keep the sluts away. That's
And they really do too.
That's a motto I got from my guy Flex Twine. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. I live by that. Because if the Wiz don't feel like doing it, then you got to go ahead and take matters to your own hands, and that's all point intended. All pun intended.
I had the toys and everything too.
You had toys?
Yeah.
You had toys?
Yeah.
Oh man, we got to dive in this one. I'm about to put you on a cold cancel. Hold on. Toys like what? What toys did you have?
I had
butt
RC
plugs?
cars. I had RC cars, toys like that.
You had what?
Like
RC?
remote control cars and shit like that.
No. Oh man, shut up. Nigga, what toys you talking about?
The male. I'm talking about the male helper. So that's what I'm talking about.
Like what? Oh, you talking
Yeah,
about?
I ain't talking about no other stuff.
Trying to put. Oh, you.
I ain't talking about no. I ain't talking about no inserts.
Okay,
nah.
you ain't backdooring yourself. Oh, okay.
We ain't even on that level. Nah.
Hey, I had to. Okay, well, hey man. Well, you always can level up, I guess. I don't know. Hey,
oh shoot,
hey,
no, ain't no level up. I just stay. I just stay regular Saiyan. I ain't going Super Saiyan. I ain't going Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan Blue. It's none of that. We just staying regular old Saiyan.
Brian Pumpers Jr. over here.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing.
You look like you live in California too.
What? Hey, you know this shoe.
This nigga look like you live in California.
The glow,
too.
I got the beautiful glow looking like
Sun Valley.
special and everything.
Oh, this nigga said the toys. I'm like, what the fuck did that mean?
No, ain't
I'm like, oh, we definitely got to dive
So
into
what, you
that.
had a book bag with?
No, see, the thing
are you
is,
talking about
before I was Black Power, before I
You talking
was
about a pea pocket, like a
I'm
pussy
talking
pocket?
I'm talking about the fleshlights.
Oh, a
stuff.
flashlight in the pussy pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to talk about those like before I was talking about Black Power and stuff.
Oh, yo, hey, with the flashlight. I mean, with the with the flashlight. Which did you get? Did you get a certain person mode? Like, did you pick the certain person mode?
I mean, yeah, the black girl, yeah. Misty, yeah, the black girl. So.
Who? Oh, Missy Stone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Had that was shoot. She
I
had
know
the best lips though.
She OG.
She thinking she had the best lips,
She
the
OG.
lip mode. So
Missy
yeah,
Stone,
like,
she OG, baby. She OG. I'm hip. I mean, I ain't never had a flashlight, but I'm hip.
yeah, you know, shoot. Of course, my girl had a problem with that. She was like, "Those are not coming in our house. They not coming in with us." But you see, that was because she would have felt threatened, in a way. She would have felt threatened.
I mean, like for instance, and this is secret time. This is secret time right here. But it ain't gonna be secret time no more when I put this shit up. But I mean, you open it up, so why not me? You know what I'm saying, shit. But yeah. I mean, like, I don't need porn. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just like I be saying, because I don't want to, especially if she's tired or whatever like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, I want to get my rocks out real quick and go ahead and boom. You know what I mean? But it don't stop me from, you know what I'm saying, being in a real active. If she wanted that
but
thing,
you see,
like,
the thing is, another
you know
thing
what I'm
too.
saying?
Another
Like,
thing
it's
that I
gonna be
did
that.
that's very important, and I'm sorry to cut you off
No,
too.
you good though.
Another thing that I did as well, I kind of damaged myself as well, basically mentally.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I pretty much just like killed a lot of different like sexual attraction, like, you know, real person companionship. You know, just so like I wouldn't be, you know, to kind of like combat depression, so I wouldn't be depressed or nothing like that, which is still a form of depression when you really think about it and look at it. So it pretty much was just like, you know, like, man, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna not like this no more. Basically, like trying to condition myself in a way, and you know, and that also had a effect on, you know, my performance and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, I still kept my woman. Don't get it twisted. I just had to improvise.
I just looked at something right here. I mean, I just googled it real quick while you were saying that. But they say effect on the mind. Pornography significantly distorts attitudes and perceptions about the nature of sexual intercourse. Men who habitually look at pornography have a higher tolerance for abnormal sexual behavior, sexual aggression, promiscuity, and even rape. But Jesus Christ, I ain't do rape, but
Excuse me,
but sexual behavior stuff. What you got? Piss or something? Or you on a refill?
No, this one little brother, he'll never call.
Go ahead. No, you good. Go ahead. But oh shit, I just about to ask you a question too. But you good. Go ahead. I bring it back to you. But yeah, no. What I mean, going back to me or whatever. Like, I mean, I do watch. I do indulge in pornography or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? But once again, like, I don't think it's because I know it's because I don't have to. But like I just told you, as a kid, shit, I was already like looking at Playboy and Penthouse and all that shit. You know what I'm
always
saying?
started as a kid. You already know those secret VHS tapes your parents got.
Yeah, like my mom. I mean, like, well, my mother ain't have it. As I said, but my uncle house. God damn it, I'm sorry about this fucking lighting, man. If y'all like, cause this shit sucks. Your lighting is great, but my lighting is fucking terrible over here. It's fucking blowing me. But But yeah. I mean, I guess like you said, it comes from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like shit. But
Yeah, everything come from somewhere.
yeah.
Shoot.
So, well, yeah, I appreciate you opening up on that aspect. So, hey, yo, did you have any things you never said like is something that you want to speak upon, or because I mean I know we're supposed to hit on the mores or whatever, but I think we'd say that for another time so we both can get
Definitely.
we both can get like acclimated on that because like I said I watched the links that you sent me, but I ain't comfortable to even ask you questions on it
Right,
if
I'm
you
not
ain't got it
comfortable to
already.
ask them either.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask
So,
them,
yeah, so
so
I don't want to do that. But other than that, man, what's up with your
shoot.
work? I mean, how your work ethic come? I'm saying, like, where you learn your work ethic from? Like,
Basically,
as far as like you, I'm saying, like you working. No, you know what? Fuck the work ethic. Why do you fucking eat the fucking the rice and shit, man? The rice and the tuna. That's what I want to know.
on the podcast too.
Yeah, I didn't know that because you always fucking funk up our fucking store, dude. And
What you
we
mean?
already smell like fish
I
and
don't even
shit.
eat no more though. I don't even eat up there no
I'm
more.
just I'm talking about
Oh,
when
you
you
talking about at that
did,
time?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
you
talking
see,
about
shoot,
when
I
you
was
did.
doing that so I could gain weight though. Pretty much have a clean diet to, put on some muscle and stuff. So I was just eating that like heavy, basically. It was
And
like
that's fiber. Right? Is that fiber or what is?
well, rice got a lot of different benefits to it.
Okay.
But the tuna and stuff, the tuna was an extra virgin olive oil. So that right there, that's like good fat basically. And with good fat it actually combats like the white fat cells and stuff. Which basically, when everybody say they want to lose weight, they're really talking about they want to lose fat in a way. Because
Right.
think about it like this: if you was 500 pounds, but you was like as slim as a stick, brother, you wouldn't even be talking about I want to lose weight. You know,
But you got good. So you got good because you got. From my understanding, you got good fat and bad. I mean, like you got good fat and bad fat, or like I'm saying, like all fat is not bad. That's what
right? Yeah,
that's what I'm
exactly.
asking.
Yeah, because think about it: if you like 2% body fat and the rest is muscle, you're gonna die basically. You're gonna die
Because which one is heavier? I forget.
muscle.
Muscle is more heavier, right? Okay.
Muscle is heavier, definitely, but it's like you need fat pretty much to, for one, that's your water and stuff. When you drink water, that's automatic, water weight and things like that. So, I mean, I don't just know the complete of it though, but yeah.
So that's the reason why you had that same diet every fucking day.
Yep, it was clean and it was and it tasted good too. It was
But
sensational.
yeah, it stink. But then when you dumped out, you go, come on, you go. Yeah, then you dump out and shit. Then I gotta unclog the fucking toilet and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
Ben
that was
like,
one time.
no, nigga, that's a lot of times. That nigga Ben, he like, God damn it. He like, God damn it. He said that kid, he fucking always clog up the toilet. I'm like, fuck, man. Fucking
I know he
goddamn
happy
crazy.
that I went to 1 meal a day.
Yeah, I guess he is shit. So I'm happy too, cause they ain't gotta fucking call me and shit. Cause I mean, he start calling Cam, tell nigga to come from Akron and goddamn do what the fuck he gotta do. So
Shit,
I ain't,
I
so
wouldn't
I ain't
come.
got to be plumber Joe and this
I
motherfucking
wasn't
shit.
coming. Shit, that nigga better eat.
But speaking of Mike, but I was gonna go back. So going back to this porn shit. So I mean, like, are you? I mean, are you into like? Did you or do you have any issues as far as like porn or like? Do that ever stop? Well, I know it don't stop people. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you answer. So I don't even think you need porn. But go ahead. But you ever had like any issues as far as like separating porn from like being intimate with said lady or you know what I mean?
No, not really, cause like I deal with a lot of women, bro. Like we could start having sex or something. They'd be like, "Put some porn on." I'd be like, "What for? What?" They'd be like, "Shit, watch some porn. Why we fuck?" I'd be like, "All right, fuck it." Like shit. Like, but
I want you to do that
Yeah.
to me. I want to try that.
so, like, porn. Like I watch porn, but porn isn't a big thing for me, cause
Right.
shit, I sleep with a lot of women any damn way. So
I was,
really-
as we know,
So
or
I don't-
as I know at least.
So I don't really have like the urge to be like, well, shit, I need to watch some porn, cause no.
All right.
Cause I rarely sleep on my damn self at night any damn way. So when I wake up in the morning, we gonna do it again. Then shit's time for me to go to work. Like, it's
You know this going out, so you good, right? Oh, well, you don't give a fuck. You know this shit going out, right?
What?
No,
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
preface,
yeah.
I always preface,
Yeah,
I always
bro,
preface my
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
people get
yeah.
comfortable in the house,
Yeah.
like even though we behind mics and shit, like,
Yeah, no.
like I you know what I'm saying, cats be saying some shit. They you know what I'm saying, like they think about it later
No.
on and be like, hey, like, hey, Bruce or Joe, da da da. Can you just, you know what I'm saying, like. So that's why I pre-record my shit because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I go out live and shit. Then it'd be a little bit different with folks. But
Ain't no problem.
yeah, no, good deal, man. But I don't know, man. So I mean, like since like did I guess in wrapping up because we had 50 minutes and shit. Like I normally just do an hour and shit, but I mean, you got anything? Like I asked you, if any of y'all got anything, you know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
shoot,
Like,
I can
it's
talk
something y'all wanna
about
ask.
COVID and protesting real quick. I mean,
So
shoot,
yeah,
talk about.
I mean,
talk about-
I was that's what I was saying. I was about to,
I got
I was
called
gonna wrap up with
stupid.
it. So
I got called stupid today because I ain't have because I decided not to breathe in carbon dioxide.
meaning
My own
not wear a
gas.
mask.
Yeah, not
Slady
wearing
was
a
on
mask.
his ass.
You have a
today.
mask on the bus?
No, this was in the restaurant. This is the thing.
Oh, you
yo.
have a oh, you have a
I
mask.
had it on. Man. See, here's the thing. I had it on. If that was the law, I wouldn't have went to jail or nothing like that. I had it on. I had it down here.
Yeah, he
Though.
was in Garfield. It wasn't in Cleveland because Cleveland. He's supposed
It just
to,
didn't
now
cover
he's
his
supposed to-
nose.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
she was the first customer of the day.
Oh, you wasn't
first. She
wearing
like
it.
he ain't got no damn gloves on.
She was
What-
the first
what-
one you seen. She wasn't the first one.
What
It was
background? What background?
Uh,
You can say it. Say
yeah,
it.
oh,
What
black.
She was
We're
black.
talking about black. Yeah.
Nigga, she
Of
was
course,
up.
they don't. No, they were black though. Shoot, they don't. See. Here's the thing though that I don't get about us though. You all nice, nasty and stuff. You probably ate some swine on the holiday.
There we go.
Basically,
Look at this.
probably ate some
He
pork.
going in.
Oh, here we go.
Here we
You
go.
probably ate some
Go
pork on the Saturday, right?
Okay, there we go.
Probably ate something yesterday, and then you come in here to Arthur Teachers to my job, right?
God
To
damn
our job.
Name
And
dropping.
then-
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, no,
you already
good,
said
good.
it, though,
No,
though.
you good.
Yeah,
I
you
was
can-
talking shit. Go ahead.
You can edit that.
No,
though.
I'm not editing shit. No, we good. Go
No,
ahead.
nigga, child support gonna come. Fuck, this nigga. Man, don't say it no more.
Yeah, we go edit that. We go edit
All right,
that.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah. So basically,
So swine on
come
Saturdays
in.
and swine on Sunday. Then you come,
Yeah.
you come to say a gig.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, basically. So now you care about your health. You coming to our job, and then shoot. Well, you got the fish and the chicken, fried, deep fried, right?
God damn, you telling all the
Shrimp?
secrets. But go ahead. All right, go ahead.
You got everything fried though, basically. And all of a sudden you just like care about your health all of a sudden like that. Like, oh, he don't got gloves on. Oh, he's not wearing a mask over his nose and mouth. Stuff like that.
So this nigga was wearing it like a ninja. It was just
Right.
covering
It's-
just this
right,
part.
it's-
Just my nose.
Just this
I was
part, bro.
breathing through my
He
mouth.
could barely even see over the damn mask, bro. He was looking stupid today,
I'm like, hey,
trying
well,
to please this lady.
No, that shit do get old.
I just walked to the back like I ain't dealing with y'all niggas today.
yeah, I'm like, shoot, you
I ain't got time for
you don't
this.
care that much about your health because everybody know you eat something fried or whatever. It's hard for your stomach to digest that, and then shoot, that's the where the majority of your immune system is at anyway. So.
Hey, look. Well, you ain't gonna fucking fry shame me, my nigga. I'm eating shit fried. Yeah, we just had some goddamn.
But you're not telling
But
people
I'm
to
just
wear
saying-
masks and stuff
no,
like that.
I mean,
Try to
hey,
dictate.
I'm good. I'm good to go. Hey, my whole thing with the whole COVID shit, man. I mean, like I took it real because I had to quarantine myself, and like people that listened to the last couple podcasts, or whatever, like they knew that. But I mean, I had to quarantine myself and shit. And, well, y'all know it too, because that's why at the time I wasn't, rocking over there. But I mean, I had to sit it down, but I had pneumonia, which is one of the it could be a potential trait. But I mean, after this shit got months and months in or whatever and stuff. Like my biggest reason is the health of my wife and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit hits.
People,
A
different.
lot of stuff hit like people that's already have pre-existing
stuff.
ailments or whatever like that. So it's definitely big as far as that with her. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I work at a fucking hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I wear a mask every day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mask up all day long for hours straight. You know what I mean? But
Can't even prove that
it's just
anything.
but yeah, I mean, that's an agreement because it's different. It's different styles. It's E85 or E89. Where the I don't know. Whatever one's supposed to be like the, because like something's like the nurses can't wear like the nurses there. They gotta wear the one that they dictate they gotta wear. Like they can't have like the custom ones. Like I got a custom one, or I got, you know what I'm saying, like. They can't wear that because they gotta wear a certain
Face
one or
shield.
yeah, or either face shield or, you know what I'm saying, like yeah, they either got a mask up, face shield up all the way through and through. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, but through there, some cats got the joints with the little vents and shit, like it's a fucking gas mask and all that bullshit.
I wear this
But-
shit at work. because the health department said. But other than that, I don't wear that, bro.
I mean, I don't care.
Unless
I don't care.
Unless
Like,
I go in a store, before I go in, I look around, I'm like, there's a bunch of dirty motherfuckers in here. And I'm throwing on, like, yeah, it's a possibility one of these niggas.
Somebody
They got
stinking
the-
or something
Yeah, but other than that,
CV
on the bus.
yeah, but
And then with the protesting though.
oh,
well, I know the bus. Well, I know the bus is mandatory, right?
No.
Oh, it's not mandatory. Oh.
No, you just gotta leave out the back door, which I don't even know what that do. Unless like two people were like somebody coming on, somebody going off, but if nobody even
Is it distance through there? Is it distance? Oh, so
No, you can be distant on the bus.
you still side by side. I mean, cats still be side by side, like 1, 2.
I mean, shoot, you're not gonna just sit next to a stranger on the bus, but it's like with
Well, actually,
you know
do,
the yes, but basically it's like not as many people are riding the bus.
do it be a packed bus these days? I don't know.
Sometimes. Yeah.
So if it's a packed bus, like, so is cat still sitting or sitting right, or they basically on top of you?
is we sitting this damn close?
Right,
to the
exactly.
Bus,
Are
if
you
it's
like
packed?
that? Yeah, exactly.
Somebody be sitting behind you though. They won't be sitting.
Man, just say
right
yes.
Yeah. All right.
Right next.
I get it. I get it, Tyree. I get it.
Say yes.
Jeez Louise. So I'm trying to pull something. Some things you get out of you, some things you don't.
Now back to your little protest you want to talk about.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
I want to talk about that too.
All right, you.
I'm
go
down
first.
for it. I'm down for it. Hey, whatever y'all want to march about, I'm down for it.
Now what now? Because like it's different levels, or in my opinion, there's different levels to it. And I say I won't talk political no more and all this shit, but y'all here, and hey, it's the temperature of these times and whatnot. So I'm down with it. So, but
I'm down with it, but when it's time to go to work, get the hell out the street.
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
God damn. What the, bro, for like 3 mornings.
down by y'all. I mean, down by you.
Man, and
Oh,
everywhere, Akron, bro. I was late 3 times.
Well, you always late, man.
This was for a cause, though. This actual cause of being late, though.
Well, I said, nigga, you always late, nigga. That ain't nothing new. Like, something new was to be on, like, oh, shit, I was on time today. That would have shocked me. That would have shocked me. If you'd be like, shit, yeah, I was on time. Like, nigga, you always late,
I'm
nigga.
down
shit.
with the protest, but shit, get on the damn sidewalk for 30 seconds. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, you ain't got to take over the whole damn street. Shit.
You had to make a sign. You had to make a sign.
Like people still got to live their life, their daily life of going to work
Yeah,
and taking care of business.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, like, all jokes aside, like, I agree with that. Like, man, if they cut off the interstate or whatever because they able to protest or whatever, whoever it is, I don't care what race or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, just. Yeah, I mean, like, no, like, nigga, I still got to punch the clock. I mean,
Right.
I don't know who got. I mean, especially these times or whatever, like where niggas able to get the $1,000 a week and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit,
I
can't get that.
You know what I'm saying?
No
I don't get that.
unemployment, no
I
stimulants,
gotta,
nothing.
yeah, I gotta roll, big buddy.
I gotta get the fuck up.
I fuck around and be one of them. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, and people. I
hate to run over a toe.
Exactly. People hear the way it is, whatever and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Might have to. Like, man, come on, man, move that, break that chain for a minute, man. I ain't got time for that shit.
let a nigga
I
get
gotta
through.
roll, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm cool. Hey, do the thing.
I even honk.
But I gotta, right. But hey, man, but no, I definitely agree with that. That does, like, I be like, damn, like, I mean, I ain't never been through it or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying, like, and I understand, like, it can be detours or whatever, but at the same time, like, man, like, dude, like, hey, man, come on, dog. Like, you stop it, and honestly, I even go further or whatever, and then whoever can comment on whatever you want to comment on, I go further and be like, what the fuck is that stopping right now?
Right.
What is that stop?
Right.
You making a change with the freeway or whatever, what is that stopping?
Right.
Oh, at least in Ohio or at least in, so I mean, I know California, like, that's a whole different animal or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But what is it stopping, though, here? You know what I'm saying? Like, me talking about Ohio and shit. Like, you going across, say you're going across 480 or whatever, or 71, this and that. Like, yeah, you holding up shit, but what is it? What is that proving?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, and as a question that I will put to y'all, and I put to the listeners that's listening or whatever, and shit, or that's gonna listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I mean, it's cool if you protesting like you said, or like they say, you know what I'm saying, if you peacefully protesting, and then they got said street blocked off.
Yeah.
This is like this is like that. All right, cool. So then now we know in the morning
Right.
that it's gonna
I
be
can't go this way.
it's gonna be said detour.
Yeah.
This and that. That's cool. So the people that fucking that don't have time to do that, or that have to do what they have to do as far as punching the clock or whatever and shit. Hey man, that's what it be. But like what, and because I always talk on both sides of the spectrum a little bit, and then I always come off that I'm fucking like against whatever is going on, whatever cause. So, but I would still say this shit because this is a platform for you to speak freely and shit. So. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's like, man, all right, so you care about A, B, C, and D, but, like, nigga, do you care about your fellow person that need to get to there to take care of this and that? You know what I'm saying? To take care of the taxes that we had to pay or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't breaking bread or whatever and stuff. So, I mean, like, that'll probably be controversial and shit if somebody listening all the way through here, but I don't give a fuck, man. I be because those be thoughts in my head as I'm driving to work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can make it to work in 20 minutes, and I leave early for a reason and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be very highly upset if it was a fucking traffic jam or something like that, and I ain't make it to work. I'd be fucking hot. I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I mean, unless, like I said, unless somebody fucking died or something like that, I get that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fuck that. I don't know, man. That shit crazy. How about you, Tyree? Yeah, what's up? What's up with you?
Why you ain't protesting?
And you couldn't pay me to be in that sugar honey iced tea.
That what?
Sugar honey iced tea, an acronym for shit. Okay, I got you. Go ahead. So, why wouldn't you?
Well, because shit.
I thought y'all was down with the cause.
Oh yeah, no. See, we definitely down with the cause, but not that cause in particular. You see what their cause is? They had the same cause.
Who was there?
Oh, basically, the protesters. The Reverend Al Sharpton, people like that. Basically,
You can't forget Farrakhan, bro.
I don't know what Louis Farrakhan doing. I don't know.
Speaking of Mike, that's your brother though, right?
Yeah,
that's definitely
he's one of them.
So
that's your brother, right?
So is Al Sharpton. So is Jesse Jackson. All of them basically.
Niggas ain't shit.
So are y'all too. All brothers though, basically.
That's
but
what I'm
at the same
saying.
time, but you can still have a disagreement with your brother. See, me at the end of the day, I feel like we've been protesting, during the civil rights days, basically in the 60s, in the 70s, the 80s, with Trayvon Martin.
And still doing it.
And still doing it for the same exact thing and no change or whatever. You just want the same result over and over again. That result isn't even just like really, really, really it's not gonna improve our condition at all.
So you're saying it's like there's no reform? You saying? Like, I mean, there's no chance for reform? I'm just asking this like
reform for us, no.
Yeah, I'm asking that as a blanket statement. Or whatever.
Oh yeah, no reform for us, no. It's not going to be any reform for us because when you have they just protesters, like please stop killing us or whatever. They pretty much would be okay with like two blacks killing each other. With a baby or whatever, or like babies raising babies, things like that. Like all of that is cool. Basically, all of that is cool for us to, get to like worse jobs or whatever the case may be. As long as nobody knocking us upside the head, and that's all that, But at the end of the day, we need to change our condition. Is what I'm saying. Like they still trying this unity thing, still trying to be together, and they all of this, that, and the third. We so messed up or whatever. We need separation. Basically, I feel like separation is the main and only solution. And
like a Black Wall Street type deal.
Yeah, kind of
so like going back to that type deal, like where you like
blacks.
So you talking about going back to segregation?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about segregation, or whatever, because segregation is basically you living among each other, but then you can't go to this place. I'm talking about like, let's just have
like I live like nigga all the blacks or whatever, African or whatever the blacks, whatever Latinos, however you gonna group it. So you see saying like, all right, we live in Garfield our shit. And then fucking Maple Heights, they shit, or Warrensville, they shit, or the other side of town, or anything from 480 and 77 down be us, and then 77 north up or whatever, like, which is one of our two of our main interstates where the cloverleaf at. But you said something like that.
Yes, sir. 100%.
You think that'll work?
I mean, think
You
about it
saw
like
what
this.
happened in Black Wall Street, but even though it was back in the, you know what I'm saying, back in that
Well, yeah,
the
it was
days that it
Black Wall Street,
happened,
but then also, but look at why was it a Black Wall Street in the first
Tulsa,
place?
Oklahoma, I should say. So.
You see, the thing is, during in this time or whatever, we'll still be like teaching each other knowledge itself, basically. Like that education is what I'm talking about. But the thing is, now at least back then it was a Black Wall Street.
But
Now, oh, go ahead.
no. Even with that, like, but do you know the term white flight?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, like.
But it's not the same necessarily. Well, I'm talking about like individual. I'm talking about like individual states and stuff. You know, with rich soil and stuff, so we can like learn to grow our own foods and stuff. Like learn to go and do for self. And then they support us for like 20 years or so, for like 10 years, something like that. Basically, support us financially, and then just like just let us go. Because you think about it like this. Think about it like this. You know, our males and stuff, like between black males and white males and everything, it's a complete difference. Like for example, in masculinity. White males use their masculinity, or they hold on to their masculinity and parade around as if it's a right, as if they have a right to do so. Whereas for us, we have to search for our masculinity to begin with, just in the beginning, just to pretty much find what it is. We have to look for our masculinity. So right there is a difference. Basically,
Are you pertaining a little bit to what is called what's it called bucking, or like you remember the term where they said because they with the masculinity back in the slavery days or whatever, they would basically embarrass like the
male slaves,
the male slaves.
yeah.
I'm saying like that was I think that's a term where back bucking, or yeah, I forget what it's called, but they embarrass them, like they sodomize them
I
or
mean,
do
shoot.
shit like that.
I'm not.
Like,
I mean,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
you had that, but then also you have to. And I forgot the term or whatever, but I know it's something to do with marital. And basically, this term right here, it also puts the woman at the forefront of the household, make the woman the head of the household and everything, and give her the house
yeah,
in that period. And then that in returns that emasculate the male and stuff. Like I've seen this plenty of times, knocking on doors. Brother open the door, got a PlayStation 4 controller in his hand. Say, oh, hold on, I'm buying supplies. Then I talk to him about what I got to offer, and then he like it and stuff, but he can't make a move on it because his girl is at work. Stuff like that. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Oh well, shit. That's my household right now. So I mean, that's my household right now. I don't make no calls. I don't make no calls when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing I make calls on is like.
But you see, but
minor
the
shit.
thing is, it's still.
But I mean, I was just.
But the thing is though, it's not really necessarily a breadwinner. Like if you would use that term breadwinner, would you say you the breadwinner in your household?
Yeah.
Would you say that you take care of stuff that need to be taken care
Oh
of
yeah,
as far
I know.
as
I mean,
resource wise?
I do. I mean, I do all the above. I mean, she handles. I
Handles
punched.
the cable
I punched
and
the clock.
internet.
I punched the clock, and she. No. I punched the clock. She take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what it always been. But that's for one I chose it. I mean, well, not well, yeah. So it's sort of, for one, I chose it. For two, but like it's just that's she's good with currency or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm reckless with money or whatever and shit. So for me to be invested to do, it's like this like the shit behind you or whatever and shit. Like that's a reason why she's able to have that shit. And I say her because that's not my shit. You know what I'm saying? But for me to have the shit that I have or whatever and stuff is because of her handling the money, but I do work hard though. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know my work ethic. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's what I'm saying. You working hard, you providing, and you doing all that kind of stuff, and then she manages the money. That's a partnership, basically.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the woman is doing everything, and the man is just like at home, basically.
But some guy, I mean, you, I say you can hear. I mean, like,
exactly
I got
what
a
I'm talking
couple
about.
niggas like that.
I
See,
mean, like,
you know
I
exactly
know
what I'm
guys.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean, I ain't I don't even know guys, but I mean, well, I know guys in the past or whatever that. You know what I'm saying? That do that shit, and then they fucking doing, especially like, like with the female nurses, whatever, they doing 12 hours, whatever the case may be, shit, 16 or doubles and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, yeah. But, I mean, like, on the flip side, I mean, it's a, I guess I would say it's a case by case type deal, dog. Like, because Gary, hey, me and her talk about this, me and my wife talk about this all the time. Hey, man, if she was fucking, I ain't talking about working like 2 or 3 jobs, but like, but she had, if she was the quote breadwinner or whatever and shit, and I was able to, man, I told her, I'm like, man, it'll be a bath water drawing, fucking dinner cooked
Dinner.
somehow, something.
Right,
There's be some
right,
food on the table somehow,
right.
whatever. Nigga, the kids gonna be good to go.
Right.
Woom, woom, woom. You
The house
understand
gonna be
me?
good.
Like shit, the house gonna be. I'm like, if I had all, cause I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning at least every day. So if she going to work, her clothes gonna be ironed, her scrubs or whatever. I don't know, whatever the fuck field she
Right.
in, gonna be ironed, ready to go. Dude, I tell that shit all the time. I'm like, man, what?
Car warmed up.
Right. I'm like, yeah, shit brushed off, whatever. Shit, we got a garage, so that's cool. But even if it was outside, like, man, that shit gonna be, man, what? And if you want a fucking mocha, whatever the fucking latte, I put one of them damn
Right.
e-cup things in and thing.
Right.
Like, I don't even know how to use it, but I learn.
Right.
I fucking YouTube
YouTube
it.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Shit, I said, what? Man, put them jokers down for a nap, or if school's still open, whatever, they be in school, and I'm, man, what? So, I mean, but I understand what you're saying, though, like, the masculinity thing, I get it. I mean, I get it on both sides of the spectrum, but, you know, I mean,
But then yeah, you also got the whole, you know, trying to like combine, trying to get like equal rights to get treated equally. This is another reason I say like separation, is because it's like this. Think about it like this. You know, your son is like what, 7 years old,
6.
6. Okay, so let's say your 6-year-old son come up to you, right, and say, Dad, I want you to treat me like an adult. Like right now, I want you to treat me like an adult. I want to be able to come and go as I please. I want to be able to take the truck out. I want to be able to, you know, I want you to treat me as your equal, basically.
Well, that's a stretch, but I do have one. I do have a child that was a little bit older that wanted to touch those waters, and you know what I'm saying, that went a different way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, yeah,
but
but
I have an older one before they turn 18 or whatever. It's that yeah, that chose that route, and that didn't work out so swell. So,
well, yeah, well,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
but we talking about like, you know, the little boy, basically.
But,
The
yeah.
little your son, your 6-year-old son will symbolize us, basically. You know, your son can't take care of himself whatsoever, not a lick. Your son can't. I'm talking about like, you know, as far as like an adult should.
I'm about to
You
say,
know.
my nigga. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, I mean,
spend a day with my nigga. Like, he'll teach you some ropes, Jack.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
talking
my youngster, he'll
I'm
teach you
talking
some ropes,
about,
Jack.
you know,
Ain't he no gun control too?
And he know gun control. He know the rules of gun control.
Yeah.
My 6-year-old is a savage. But go. I mean,
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
block it out, though.
no. See, yeah, I know. I'm
Go
already
ahead,
knowing
brother
all
man.
of that.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm already knowing all of that, basically.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying is, it's like, you know, you go out to the store or whatever, and you picking his food. You control what he eat, basically. You know, a lot of the time, you do. You know, basically, you pretty much the wind beneath his wings. And then he asks you for all of this. Now, would you do this? Now, would you do it? Basically, like, treat him as a grown man like you are right now.
I mean, not as a. I wouldn't treat him as a me being 36 and he at 6, but and speaking for me myself, whatever. You can answer too after this, Cam, because you got youngers, you got boys and whatnot. But
girls,
like
it don't matter.
but like I said, like I have basically I have a total of 5 excuse me, 6 youngins actually. Technically, I have 6 youngins. I'm saying I got 3. You know what I'm saying, 3 girls that came out of my shit or came out of my semen or whatever and shit. Then I got my JR, which is JoJo, and then but then I also have my 2 other youngins. Well, 18-year-old and a 14-year-old girl or boy. But if we just using JoJo for example, you know what I'm saying, like he I teach. I was able. I had him since square one. So I'm able to teach him like he can do adult shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like he like he don't like his food preference. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't. But once again, like I said earlier, going back to what we talked about earlier as far as swine, all that shit. Like he know that. So if you go over somebody else's house, like if I sent you over, if I sent him over your house, let's say you was holding him down for a minute, or whoever one of y'all was holding him down for a minute, he'd be like, oh no, I don't eat pork, I don't eat swine, I don't eat this, I don't eat that. You know what I mean? So like I said, at 6 years old, he's so much developed. Now I ain't trying to judge him to any other kid, but you asked me a question as far as me. So I mean, like I could treat him adultish in some aspects, but would I just throw them out there to the wolves? No, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? For the answer to that question, how about you, Cam? Like, what would you? I mean, as far as like yo your upbringing or the upbringing that you did for, for your youngest or whatever between you and your, you know what I'm saying, like
No, I wouldn't
baby
do
moms,
that.
whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like my two boys is good. Like they real good. Like I don't really have no trouble without. I mean trouble out of my boys except for just the talking back. Cause when and my kids' mom get in an argument, bro, like I noticed they notice that because they repeat shit I say.
Right.
Yeah, so like I try not to argue as much. I just try to just walk away. That's it.
Right.
Like yeah, but other than that, like like my kids is cool.
Yeah. Cause you said 6-year-old, but now if we talking 15 and 16 and shit, oh, we can have that. Nigga, don't touch my refrigerator. Nigga, go find you a fucking job. No different how I treat, you know what I'm saying, them young Thundercats at the one gig or whatever and shit.
Pay your own
Nigga, I
cell
don't be
phone
on that
bill.
shit. Go ahead, yeah, you paying all. Hey, you figure it out, or the phone bill ain't gonna be on.
Yeah.
Like for instance,
How
for
you
that,
gonna get to work?
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't add, oh, can I get some V-Bucks or whatever the fuck? Like, nigga, all that shit. So yeah, how you gonna get to work and that? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't try to be grown, but then you fucking steadily calling, you know what I'm saying, Shanta or calling my wife or, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. Like, nigga, nah. It don't go both ways and shit. Like, I know you ain't got no kids or whatever, but I mean, once you do whatever, you'll figure out and see what I'm saying. But like, yeah, I mean, like as when you there and you feel you thinking your shit sweet and all that shit. Like when you have that 14, 15, that teenage, whatever the fuck, rebellious shit or whatever and
Your
shit.
pre-grown
like, yeah, your
days.
pre-grown days, whatever. You think shit's sweet. And then you fucking going off of because your homeboy is able to fucking talk shit to their mother or father or however go over there. You know what I'm saying? You think that shit cool over here, like nigga, that shit don't shoot. You know what I mean? So nigga, and we gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? Like and being the head. I mean, me being the head of the household as a male, but old lady up there, yeah, play them games you want to. We shut shit down. And here we shut shit down, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Hey, y'all didn't work with one of them. Ask her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't work with one of them. Ask her. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, but let me put it in terms of us. Basically, we asking to be looked at as or treated fairly as a people when we don't have.
when you say people, you talking about blacks or
Talk about blacks. Talk about blacks.
Okay.
Blacks.
Yeah,
Man. About whites, and we don't have no banks at all. We don't have
some do, but
Well,
it
some
ain't,
do,
it
but
ain't
it's
everywhere. But it's
not everywhere. Well, basically, we don't have our own. We don't have any unity among ourselves or whatever. Like we fighting and killing each other more than anything else, and we allowing them to teach us. Basically, they controlling what we learn and stuff. They control what we eat a lot of the time. They control. They control a lot of our resources and stuff like that. Basically, they laying out blueprints and stuff, and we picking up on all of them in a way instead of. Okay, this is our stuff over here. So, let's I'm going to eat this or whatever. We grew this or whatever. We going to trade. Like, we don't have anything pretty much to fall back on, as a people, as like just individually, as a people. We don't have nothing to fall back on as a white man would have, things like that. We don't have, like, as we was talking about earlier in the podcast, our community and stuff. Our communities is just like, terrible, just garbage.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
it
the
is.
thing is, how somebody gonna respect you, to their level when you really have down here, you gotta raise up to their level first. So that's why I say
But that's
separation
the
is
whole. That's the. I mean, I think that's the whole. I ain't no fucking Umar John or whatever. Like none of those guys, whatever. No super advocate or whatever. But that's the whole thing of like that's just what they say like the quote. I guess if I'm using oppression the right way, but they like they had the head basically they had the head start. You know what I'm saying? Like so they Usain Bolt off top, but I'm saying like before like Usain Bolt already at the finish line before the gun even you know what I'm saying blow off. If that makes sense, that's how far ahead they been through all of the hundreds of years or da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, some people doing swell, some people doing well, and you know what I mean. Like, hey man, I mean, it is. I mean, I don't know, man. I hate this. I'm not gonna say it is what it is, but it's just like, I mean, it's fucked. It's fucked up overall, dog. Like, but I mean, like, hey, dude, is it the privilege and all that stuff? Like, yeah, I mean, like, even white folks say the shit, man. Like, dude, some cats had some white folks or whoever had the privilege. Like, shit, even fucking even cats, even fucking like for instance, like shit, just say like Mexicans or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they got more privilege than that we have because they don't have to. They'll make the or even like Arabs or whatever like that and
The
shit. Like the corner store,
Napoleons.
like they'll be able
Yeah,
to
they own all-
they
they
able to
own
make
our
the
whole
money and shit,
neighborhood.
and then they shooting that shit back. They shooting that bitch outside. They ain't recircling that shit like they. So they got every corner doing whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then they shooting that shit back. They shooting that shit back over to the motherland, and I know that because nigga shit. I'm saying I mean yeah, I go to the corner store. I mean I and with that even I go to those said corner stores because they just there. But on the flip side, I do like the black owned stores that I do
Yeah.
go to, like especially when I'm at work or whatever. Like I always make sure that if even I spend $5 or whatever and shit, I always go to that store when I go to work or leaving work or whatever and stuff. I always spend a couple dollars there. That's a you know what I'm saying, like so I just for the record if anybody ever get to this level, but yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, like so and those cats, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gotta pay like some of those international folks, man, they ain't gotta pay this, they ain't gotta pay that, and like I said, like they go. They shooting that shit back into their system, to their economic system over there. You know what I'm saying? To wherever it's at. You know what I'm saying? So or down to Mexico or whatever shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, some of them work for you know what I'm saying pennies under $1 or whatever and stuff. But some of them actually make bank because like 'cause a lot of them because like and this is I know this because I just seen this. Especially like for instance, and I ain't trying to be funny with this whole Mexican shit or whatever like that, or Mexicans or whatever like that. Like, but that shit is real. Like where nigga the whole family, a family of 8 or whatever and shit, live in the same spot, and then all them guys work or whatever. The mom stay home and take care of take care of the youngins and do boom boom, but all the guys going to work how they work or whatever, whether they contracting or whatever and shit because. It is what it is. Like, I'm not stereotyping anything like that, but I'm being
It is
fucking
what
dead.
it is, bro.
I'm being dead fucking serious. And you know what I'm saying? Like, all that money being in that same fucking house, dog. So you making imagine this house was a I don't know what shit, it could be the
10
same
people.
it could be the same bedroom, but say it's 10
10
people though.
people.
But it's us 3. We all working. We all got full-time jobs.
You know how much money is coming in?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's us 3. We all hustling. Then say we all got a youngin, so that goes 6. And then say my fucking all right. So and then 3 girls. I mean, you know, like so one. So just keep it simple. Nigga, us 3, 3 youngins, and then 3 spouses or whatever.
Right.
Nigga, dude, if we working full time in one house. And you know what I'm saying, like, and we comfortable with that shit and doing that shit, like we all basically family or whatever the fuck like that. Like, come on, dude, man, that's one mortgage, that's one bill. I mean, well, hey, since you're gonna be a little bit higher, okay, whatever.
Right.
The fucking water bill probably a little bit higher, whatever.
That's it.
But everything else gonna be goddamn what it be, cause ain't nobody hitting on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, in my opinion, once again, it's all opinion based, whatever. And shit, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
it ain't opinion based because
Yeah, I mean,
It is.
the time that you took me home, bro, I live on the north side. It was mostly all niggas over there, bro. Napoleons then took over everything, bro. They
What is that? I know you just said that. What is Napoleons? I don't know that. I don't know what that is.
Middle Eastern, right?
I'm not too sure. I think it's like kind of maybe close by Asia or some shit.
I never even heard of Napoleon.
Napoleons.
Or we call them Napoleons.
Is that? I mean, is that a real? I mean, is that a real
I think it's
thing?
like NIP or some shit. NIP. I don't know, bro.
Like, cause I mean, I know Napoleon Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nigga, that's
Napoleon.
Napoleon.
oh, that's Napoleon. It is Napoleon. But like, damn, I was trying to make
I
it.
think it's like
Damn,
NAPALI or some shit. Like that.
NAPAL.
See?
Napoleon.
Restaurant. I don't. That's the restaurant that's down the street from my house.
Oh, so it's
Napoleon.
NE. Okay, so
Or
NE.
NE. Oh, yeah, all right.
All right, NE. So that what just came up right there.
That's at the corner of the street of my house.
Oh shit.
Like at the end of my street, bro.
Damn. Look how that came.
Yeah,
up.
but they done took over all them empty buildings is their stores now. And that's on the north side. They not on the west side. Yeah. They from the mountains. Yeah.
They Asian?
Like Asian descent.
Like, yeah.
All right.
That's why you want to talk about how many people in one household. Nigga, the one house next to me is all females. The other house is all dudes. That's why I
So
be looking
it's
like, damn, like y'all got Chargers,
this
Mustangs.
is like Nepal. Let's say a native Nepali, Nepali, and if whoever watching it, y'all to see it. I got it in a 3 screen, or the 3 shot. A native or inhabitant of Nepal, and number 2. Well, that's a noun, and then it's an Indic language that is the official language of Nepal, also used in parts of northeastern India. So okay, so
They Indian.
so probably like India area, yeah, Indo-Aryan language, yeah. So Nepal, so
Yeah.
Nepali, Nepal. You know what I'm saying, like so.
Nigga, they took
Okay.
over everything by my house, bro. Everything, all the stores,
Like the strip
all
malls
the
and shit like that?
all the
That's what I'm
vacant
saying.
places, nigga. It's they stores now. It's they restaurants. Like that restaurant that you show on the screen previous. That was
Right.
a soul food restaurant.
You see, and that's what I'm talking about too. It's like, how come when we had them, when it was just us there, it was empty.
Like they really recycle their money in right where I live. They recycle all that, bro.
And you can do that with pretty much anybody. Basically, recycle money. You can get like you and 5 friends together, and then let's say like at the end of every month, y'all each put like $20 or something like that. Now $20 may not be nothing to y'all or whatever individually, but then at the end of every month, you just watch that pile up. At 10 months, you had $200.
Nigga, I went in one of these stores that cash a scratch off for $2. The first thing she said is, "I don't have enough money."
Ah,
That was the first thing she said. Ask my mom. That was the first thing she said is, "I don't have enough money."
bring your mic down a little bit, Tyree.
She said, "Yeah, I don't have enough money."
Just fold it down. You ain't got to touch on it. Just fold it. Just bend it down. There you go.
All right, cool.
And then bring it towards you. There you go.
Come on, brother man from the
All
fifth
right,
floor.
all right.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's and that's pretty much what I've been saying though. It's like shoot, like think about it. One person put $200 in 10 months, right? And then that ended up being like $240 at the end of the year. And then you do that among 3 people, or whatever. Multiply that by 3. You got $720. And that's just like at the end of 1 year. And then it's like shoot,
I
you
ain't gonna
keep doing
fact check
that.
that one.
Yeah, it's around there basically.
I ain't gonna fact check it. I ain't gonna fact check it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but basically, and you do that or whatever for like 10 years or whatever. That's like this is just a hypothetical. You got $7,000, like close to $7,000, $7,200 basically. You can use that towards like what, like a little cart or something like that. And then use that to make money. Then y'all recycle, or it's like each person can like open up their own business or whatever. And then that's how you get the economic ball rolling.
That's speaking in. That's speaking very, very
You got to have a lot of
openly
trust.
wise, but you gotta. Yeah, I mean, it's so many. I mean, I don't got the answers at all, honestly and shit. That's why I say I really don't. I mean, we talk under the radar, like me and the Wiz, and you know what I mean, like her folks or whatever like that. Like we speak like that or whatever. Like I really don't get into it because I don't talk about nothing. I don't like talking about nothing that I don't know. I mean, I will ask questions about something that I don't know, but I don't talk about shit that I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, or that I don't have to answer to. I mean, I speak up. I mean, like when it comes to like political or like shit like that, like real deal shit. I mean, basketball and shit like that. Like I talk some shit, whatever. This to talk some shit, whatever. Like, but like I mean, I do listen. I do listen to what people got to say or whatever. And I ain't talking about no talking heads that's on the, I'm saying, like the CNNs or all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Fox
like,
8.
Yeah, I mean, like one guy I do listen to is Killer Mike. Like, I do respect it because the knowledge that guy know, you know what I'm saying? Like, out of all them jokers, all them,
Let's talk
the
about politics and
celebrities
stuff.
and all that shit, like,
He a real
that
ass
guy,
nigga.
he know. Like when he speak or whatever and shit, like he speak with a cause, and he speak because he have so much, not just the passion, but he has so much information when he's saying what he's saying, and when he articulating what he's saying, it's just like it's crazy though.
Right,
Like
yeah.
it's
You talk
it's
about
like
being a
it's
social
mind-boggling.
capitalist.
Like just knowing all that shit. Like especially like him living down in this, in Georgia, Atlanta, but he can bust down like having Like he got like his dad was an officer or this person was an officer, this that and that, like then and throughout these decades, and then this right here was this right here was that, this black owned business this, like, but then he busts it down, and it's like I be all ears. Any interview he get to popping all that shit, like any interview period. You know what I'm saying, like, but like even with this shit, you know what I'm saying, like when he get to popping off, like I throw that shit on, and you know what I'm saying, like even my whiz, you know what I'm saying, listen to the shit or whatever and shit. So I don't know, man. I mean, I think Tyree, best you saying like it's to start with guidance. You know what I'm saying. So I agree with that. You know what I'm saying, like that shit start with guidance and shit, and then figure, you know what I'm saying, like figuring out there, but. I don't know who gonna have the answers, or is always gonna be a under. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how this shit gonna get fixed, man. As far as this shit, because I mean reparations ain't that. I don't think that's the deal. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy. Like, but like
Should just make it so we ain't gotta pay taxes.
I always say shit start at the top, dog. Like shit start at the top, but you know what I'm saying. But the cats at the top is, you know what I'm saying, like they wealthy or whatever and shit. So I don't fucking know. Like I don't know. I guess, because I mean, I ain't saying that any other religion work hard, but I guess that's why we, even though, that's why we fucking work hard, dude. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's what it is, dog. Like, hey, that's my thing. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck, dog. Hey, I'm about to punch this clock, man. Like, hey, you working for the white man, this and that. Yeah, I'm working for the white man, my niggas. Because otherwise, I'm I'm moving in. Am I moving in with you? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, everybody buying for the white man and shit. Like, who the black? Matter of fact, it's a question right here. Who's the black car owner? Because every car we drive, I'm quite sure they know that shit either foreign, coming from across seas, this and that. So who's the person that made it? Is it a black car owner that I know of?
Right.
I don't fucking know.
Right.
I ain't talking about black dealership. I'm talking about like a black owner, like who owns Chevy and
Cadillac
and Cadillac and all that shit.
Forest,
you know what I'm saying? Come on,
Chevy.
dog. So I mean, so like keep that shit all the way funky. Nigga, speaking of funky, Dow soap, Irish Spring, Suave, Nivea. Like, do we got black owned soap? I think we do. My brother posted a black like a black owned type soap and all that shit. But I'm just saying.
I fuck with there's one type of black soap, but I don't know if it's black owned people.
Black African soap, definitely. 100%.
Colgate, all that shit. I don't know, Tide, Arm & Hammer, everything that we use every day. Like, dude, like when they say they gotta do black on shit, like we gotta have black on. I really feel like we gotta have black on shit. Everything. Hey, if you really trying to go that thing, we gotta have that shit available.
Right.
Like that shit not available everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude,
you can Amazon.
You're going to
go to the store and be like, okay, I want to go. This is what I'm going here
right.
for.
Whether it's fucking Nike, Vans, whatever the fuck, like, dude, man, Jordans, whatever.
Just to verify this, I don't give a fuck. I'm always wear Tommy.
Even shit. I mean, my mom told me that back in the day when I was a kid, whatever. Like she was like, you know, like that and Timberland too. I think Timberland was one too. But I think Tommy was it Tommy or Polo? One of the ones was like Tommy. No, because Snoop and I think it was on SNL and shit. But I know they said that. I know it was like a clip that came out, whatever. Or they always said that he didn't want white people wearing, or black people wearing it. Yeah. But
I look good in it, so.
But then but I think Polo. I think Polo was cool. I think the Polo dude. I think Ralph Lauren was cool with the shit. Ralph Lauren, he was like an advocate of the shit because, you know what I'm saying, like everybody was like, especially New York, everybody was wearing that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, so. But no, I remember that Tommy Hilfiger shit back in the '90s when I was wearing this shit, or when it was popular and some people was wearing it.
I still wear it.
I was a kid in Tommy, so
I still wear it.
But they said Timberland. They said Timberland too. Like that was like some rhetoric that Timberland was the same way. Like talking about he ain't want like black folks to wear the shit or whatever like that. It wasn't made for that or whatever.
Yeah, whoever said they ain't want black people drinking their liquor, wearing their clothes. Eating at their restaurants, whoever said.
I mean, but and you know how the memes go and all that stuff now.
We spend the most money at their restaurants.
We do the
we
buy their clothes, all that shit.
We the biggest consumers in the country, and we a minority. It's only
somebody bought some fucking Gucci flip flops for $160. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody in my family. You know what I'm saying? Like
probably
and not my wife.
In the future.
But, yeah, I guess I don't know, but. Shit weird. I mean, I don't know. So I never had none of that shit in my life. Gucci or Louis Vuitton, all that shit. Like, hey, some of my guys do the shit and they got it. They do it. Hey man, more power to him. I love him to death. But I mean, you gonna buy what you gonna buy, dog. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I don't know, dude. Like, hey, man. But I just always say life gonna figure itself out, dog. Somewhere, like life take care of itself. You know what I'm saying, like that's what I believe in. That's my opinion and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, whether it's simple life as me, or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like with the say currency, if you down bad for these couple months or whatever, but I think it's life balances itself out. That's at least what I just seen. You know what I'm saying? Even one speaking for myself, I was down a couple years. And then like shit came, and then shit just revolved.
Same here, cause I was fucked up.
It just balanced. It balanced itself out like somehow, some way. Like how the earth take care of itself, whatever. We talk about all this global warming and all that bullshit. Like how just the earth whatever take care of itself. Like I just feel, or at least I live by at least like, man, life balances itself out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so whether major or minute, you know what I'm saying? Like it does what it does. I feel, in my opinion and shit. You know what I mean? With that being said, man, hey, I appreciate y'all being on, man.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
We did 135. You know, y'all always, you know what I'm saying, when y'all up here and shit, y'all get up early or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just
y'all,
next
y'all always
time.
can blow down.
Just keep a table right here, so I wouldn't have to keep going.
Oh
to the
yeah,
side.
no, my bad. No, actually, I was gonna put the tote. I was gonna bring the tote over there. I thought you were still on that side. I was gonna put the tote on that
Hey,
side.
Cam, this
but
your first time here?
but
No, on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
On the show. Yeah.
Both of y'all.
I just come talk my shit and get drunk.
Yeah.
I ain't drunk today. I got a little bud.
But you always get up and I ain't worried about the whole get off the camera shit, whatever. But anyhow, man, hey, appreciate y'all listening. This is episode 1. I'm gonna start putting the episodes in now, because it's episode 1 of season 2 of the Bruisery podcast, man. And my guys, Tyree and Killer Cam came through.
And next time I come, I want to talk about something else too.
Oh no, we could do it anytime. Like anytime, you know
about that
it's
D Wade son situation.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Shoot,
But we gonna say that for
All
next
right,
time.
Okay,
well,
yeah. That's gonna be a whole show in itself.
Well, they go a teaser for y'all, man. Thank y'all for listening to the
I'm
Bruisery
against it.
podcast. Later, haters.